There's a satirist out there who is widely believed to be one of the most brilliant comedy talents Canada has ever produced. 20 years ago, he made a TV series that some critics called the best comedy ever made. But if you didn't watch CBC television back then, you don't know who he is. But he's someone you should know.
Can we hear a nice Edmonton welcome, please, for Danny Finkleman?
It all started on CBC's consistently awkward late-night talk show 90 Minutes Live, when radio host Danny Finkleman introduced his little brother Kenny onto the national stage.
So let's bring him on. He's a nice fella. Can I introduce him?
Absolutely.
Here's my brother, Ken.
Ken was a promising young comedy writer who moved to Los Angeles only to return to Canada disgusted with what he saw down there.
In America, the people that control the shows are businessmen. Everything on television is orchestrated to maintain the status quo in America. I think television is a horrible thing. And
You're a revolutionary.
Yeah, no, I am.
He teamed up with a Toronto DJ to write and direct a couple of CBC pilots.
Good evening, I'm Ken Finkleman.
And I'm Rick Moranis. Tonight on Midweek, special report on Canada's largest cocaine bust.
Their stuff was edgy and way ahead of its time. Mockumentaries using improv and jump cuts 7 years before Spinal Tap.
Bernie! Look at all these people in my house. I don't believe it. Stephen, can I have an Irish coffee to go? To stay, to go. Do you want one, dear?
No, thanks, Bernie.
He went back and forth between Toronto and LA, doing what he called hack work for the studios.
I was always kind of arrogant. You know, but I was arrogant in Winnipeg. It's a big difference between being arrogant in Winnipeg, being arrogant, sitting, in Hollywood.
After 2 decades of journeyman work, Finkleman finally created the perfect vehicle, a hilarious and surreal satire on the emerging genre of reality TV.
What's that camera?
Real white-collar crime pilot for a new reality show. What's this camera?
They're shooting my life.
The satire was edgy, as was Finkleman's character, a manipulative producer named George.
I decide. Real, not real.
Okay.
Married Life depicted and predicted the media circus that reality TV was to become 10 years before it happened.
You guys are not good. Okay.
Finkleman took George, some of the cast, and a mature satiric voice and created the newsroom for CBC.
Remember the time you asked the guy to ladle the soup from underneath because there was scum on top, and he still ladled the scum into your bowl?
Oh, Jesus, that was 2 years ago, the soup thing. I can't believe you could possibly remember something so petty.
I'm going to fight for every single dollar in our budget, and I'm going to go to the wall for every job on this floor.
What does he mean by that?
He's gonna fuck us.
It was about media, journalism, politics.
I'm Jim Walcott. I'm running for the Liberal Party in this district, and I hope I can count on your support.
Yeah, I've always been pro-choice, but I got to think about this one for a second. You're saying that the decision should always be between the woman, her doctor, and her dog?
Her God, not her dog.
Oh. Okay.
The press went crazy for the newsroom, and in 1997, it restored people's faith that a Canadian half-hour comedy could actually be good.
You have my word.
Your word.
My word. Now, you know how the corporation works. I don't have final say in this stuff, so my word is effectively irrelevant.
After winning a bunch of awards, Finkleman decided to shut down the newsroom after only 1 season and end it with a bizarre Fellini-like episode that was confusing but artful.
Welcome! We're here on this big stage because this is a big story. But why do they call news stories?
When asked why he shut down the single biggest hit of his career after just 1 season, he didn't really have an answer.
I'm completely, living in fear all the time, and I have no idea what the next step is, and it's all completely luck, and it's all haphazard, and I have no ideas.
He went on to do many innovative TV experiments that were bold, funny, and political. He also revisited the newsroom 2 more times, but nothing ever hit so perfectly again like Season 1 of the newsroom. It was Canada's answer to The Larry Sanders Show, The Office, and Curb Your Enthusiasm, and it was made 20 years ago. And that's why Ken Finkleman is someone you should know.